guys, welcome back. So today I want to talk through a breathing exercise which I learned whilst I was in the monastery. It's called 9-round breathing. I am going to use these sort of videos to help further my practice. So a lot of the time, although I am talking from experience, I went to my first meditation class when I was 14. However, within the space of, 9 years, I really haven't kept the practice often and stuff like that. So I have some knowledge. A lot of it I am just talking from my experience quite passively. If you want to know more, please ask and I can just do some research, or if I know the answer, I'd be happy to help. Now, 9-round breathing is also spoken about in this book, which is called Ego, Attachment and Liberation. Now, it's done by a monk, the Lama, which is Lama Yeshe. I won't go too much into what a Lama is. However, the Lama Yeshe did a few talks quite a few years ago. So he's passed now and his reincarnation was found, I think, he's about 16 years old now, from what we got told. Again, I'm not entirely sure how I believe with the whole reincarnation stuff, but I had to be quite humble and keep an open mind when respectfully was allowed into the monastery. So was able to have an insight into their beliefs and stuff like that, which I found insanely interesting. Again, I'll actually put the link to the monastery in the subject bit below, because if you're thinking about it, I would highly recommend it. Now, he did some talks in about the 1970s, I think these recordings were, and someone who was a follower of Lama Yeshe ended up typing it up and making some books. There's another one which I've read all the way through. I'm like halfway in this book and I love it. But the other one is called Make My Mind an Ocean, or Become Your Own Therapist. They're 2 books in one and highly recommend. So with 9-round breathing, what it does is it helps us focus on the way the breath moves in and out of our nervous system. It's got a lot of health benefits for it, but ultimately it's 5-6 minutes out to just center yourself and focus on your breathing. Now, every time I do it, my mind does wander. So anytime you notice yourself coming distracted, lovingly recenter yourself into your breath. So the whole idea of meditation is to have love at kind of the pinnacle of every movement you do. So when I meditate, I use a zafu. This is my meditation pillow. What it helps to do, if you sit on the edge of it, it basically tips your hips forward. So it helps to elongate your spine. And obviously, the straighter the back, the better. You don't want to sit uncomfortably during a meditation. So everyone meditates in different ways. I think through the course of these videos, I will go through a lot of different ways. So the way I meditate, I just set a timer for 15 minutes and kind of see what happens. I do experiment with postures, but if I lie down a bit too long, sometimes I go very deep into my subconscious state and do risk falling a little bit asleep. So the best advice I can give you when it comes to meditation is to have no expectations, just to be present in the moment. So 9-round breathing, what we do is we do 3 of 3, hence the 9. I know that makes 6, but if you times it, it makes 9. Sorry, that didn't make any sense. So what the basic principle is to breathe in through your left nostril. Breathe in beautiful, white, radiant life force energy, and when we breathe out, we cover our left nostril and breathe out with our right, and we breathe out all the thick black smog, which can be negativity, can be injuries, it can be ailments and stuff like that. So we're just wanting to kind of focus, center, and just acquaint ourselves with ourselves. Once we've done 3 of them, we now breathe in through the right and breathe out through the left. Do that 3 times, and then we breathe in through both and out through both. We then repeat that 2 more times. So in total, we want to do 3. Again, I'm going to go through another couple ways as to how I try and centre myself a bit better. That consists of gratitude journaling. I say gratitude journaling, when it comes to writing in a diary, I don't focus very well. So I was bought a wall calendar for Christmas, and last month, the beginning of September, I suppose I'd been back a few weeks, and I started trying to write gratitude. So what I did was just every day when I woke up or something, I would write what I was most grateful for from the day before. This month I'm now using it as, just before I go to bed, I will write 3 things that I was grateful for in that day, and it just helps us to sort of focus a bit more on the positives of each day, because there's positive and negative each day, and obviously you're allowed to focus any way you want to, but yeah, I'd rather focus on the positives. It's not that the fact that I dispute negatives is going on, but I don't really like drama. I try and avoid it where possible. And yeah, we're not perfect, but it's just what helps me. So thank you for watching, and I'm just gonna do a clip of the 9-round breathing in full, and I shall see you tomorrow. Thanks guys, take care.